Howdy, I'm Blaine Carter. I'm Oracle's developer advocate for open source, and today we'll be looking at how to install DinoDate, the premier dating service for dinosaurs. There are a few prerequisites that I've already taken care of. First, you'll need to install the Oracle Instant Client with the SDK modules, and then you'll also need Bower, Git, Node.js, NPM, and Python 3. Then over on the database side, you'll need to download Logger from GitHub and extract it into DinoDate core database. Now, once you're inside of Logger, there's one script you need to look at, create user.sql, and scroll all the way down to the bottom. If you see this exit right here, go ahead and take that out. Whoops. There we go. And save that script. That will prevent a hiccup later on. All right, listen up. This part's important. Please make sure that you're using a database instance where you can safely create the schemas named DD, DD non-EBR, and DD logger. We don't want to have any conflicts with anything else in your database. To install the database objects, navigate to DinoDate core database and run the DD master install script from an account connected as sysdba. The first thing it's going to ask us for is the directory where we extracted Logger. Next, it's going to want to know what we want to name the Logger schema, which we'll call just DD logger. We'll take the default for tablespace, the default for temp tablespace, and give it a password of DD. Now, this will probably take a minute or two to get through, so I'll just go ahead and skip to the end here. All right, everything looks like it worked correctly, so let's move on. We'll go ahead and close SQL Developer and move on to a command prompt. For the client side, we'll want to install all of the client libraries. So first, let's navigate to DinoDate/common client, and from there we will just do a Bower install. It's adding in all of the Angular and Bootstrap stuff that we need. And okay, no errors is good. We'll need to set up some environment variables that our applications are going to use to connect to the database and ports and whatnot. So since I'm on Linux, let's go ahead and edit our bash profile. And here we're going to add in a connect string on how to get to our database, the user and password for DinoDate, a default port in case something breaks, a port for Python, and a port for Node. Now let's save that. Alrighty. For Python, we'll switch to the DinoDate/Python directory, and then we will install CX Oracle, which is the Python driver for Oracle, or the Oracle driver for Python, and Bottle, which we use for our RESTful services. And we'll do this using pip, or pip3, as you can see there. All right, that all looks good. Let's fire it up and see if she works. Okay, that is up and running. To install the Node.js components, first we navigate to DinoDate/Node.js, and from there we do an npm install. And of course this will go through and install all of our needed components, including Oracle DB, which is Oracle's Node.js driver for Oracle. All right, it looks like everything installed correctly. Let's fire it up and see how it works. Node server.js. Spin that up. Okay, looks like it's listening on port 3000. All right, we've got our browser open. Let's take a look at what DinoDate looks like when it's running. First up, we'll take a look at Python. You remember when we set up our environmental variables, we told it to listen on port 8080 for Python. One way you can verify that is if you go to a page that has this gear icon on the side, you can expand that and look at the code that's actually running in the background. And so that looks like Python code. So let's open up a tab pointing to port 3000, which where you remember was where Node is listening to. So let's also check on the register page and view the code. And that looks like Node code. So there you have it. DinoDate is installed, up and running. And to recap, we installed the database schemas, the client libraries, and 2 middle tiers. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know. Thank you very much.